We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Set. 180. 15. They can't hang with us. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Watch the eye. Big time drive. Let's go.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Seahawks, 1st down. Ready. You can't block me. You can't block me.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down, Fields. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 76 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
3 down, 3 down.
Throwing again. Fields. And he comes back with one complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you jump. 55, mark, 55. Switch. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw again. Fields. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
first down. Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There he goes inside the 30. Past the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Fields. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Alvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Right back to him on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I hope you brought your regular. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Bravo. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Tackles.
Mayfield now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. Been a long day for you. Mike.
From the gun, Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 77 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right. Partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Off play action. Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find Metcalf. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Hey, watch number 5, number 5, watch number 5. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Check the hot read.
On third down, Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Second and 14. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
Check the backer, check the backer. Right there in the middle, 55. Plus 5. Be a long day. That's gonna be a long day.
From the gun, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Pistol. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And caught by Henry. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check 24. Check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Jim.
Off the play fake. Fields. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st and 10, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's third down.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, four down, 57. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Get that ball.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Run, run, run. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The final shot before break. Fields. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
And the Seahawks, first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the... bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down, 53, 55, on the Army. Motion, reset. Come on, 55,
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
King! 50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 57's Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert 3. Let's go.
Again, it's Henderson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Drop deep. Run. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Delta.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run here with Henderson. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Going to give this time to the tailback.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on 1st down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Fields going for Metcalf, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. L.J. Collier just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
57's right. Hey, orbit.
Now Mayfield. And incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Niners on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Alert, 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 alert. 6-6, pull it high. Why? Get wide. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 57.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. L.J. Collier able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Off the play fake. Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st and 10, Fields escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Mike 55, Mike 55. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They run once more with Henderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Check safety, check safety. Check 43.
On 3rd down, Milton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Fields. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fields. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a run with Henderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 180.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL Audio.